As an Enneagram 5, do your health goals seem to just drain you? Do you wonder how to balance taking the time and the energy and the thought to make your goals and follow through, get to the gym and do all the things? Does that seem to overwhelm you when you're trying to balance that with also your career or your home life? Well, I'm Jen Stanley, and this month's podcast series is Crushing Your Health Goals with the Enneagram. Let's dive in. This is 9 in 9 Enneagram Wisdom for Life. As an Enneagram 5, I understand that you have an amount of energy each day and that you're very aware of all of the ways that your energy gets used up. And once that energy tank is empty, it is not available for refills until the next day. And this is how you're wired, and that's okay. But what this can often mean when it comes to our health goals is that they end up getting pushed because let's face it, you work or you have a busy home life and you know that you should work out or go for that run or take that class at the gym, but it just takes more energy and more time, and that can be really, really draining. So, here are some things I feel like are holding you back as an Enneagram 5 from your health goals. And the first is just the fact that health goals require your time and energy. And so, what's going to happen with this is that you're going to feel this conflict, this tension between wanting to get home, to have some alone time, to recharge after your day. And yet your health goals are still calling you. And so, maybe you feel like, gosh, it's just going to take too much energy to meal prep for the week. And it's just going to take a lot of time for me to, make that meal plan and go to the grocery. And I'd rather just stay in my simple routines that I already have established. This is a big one for the 5. It's just the simple fact that it can require more energy than what you have typically been giving to your health. Now, the second thing that I notice with an Enneagram 5 is this tendency for procrastination. And this is basically because you want to take in all the information. So maybe you're going to research what type of nutrition plan would be best for your body type and for your goals, and whether that's to build muscle or to lose some fat. So you're going to be researching all these nutrition plans. And what can happen is you can kind of get into this cycle where you're thinking about researching, bringing in the data of nutrition, and then you have, kind of a feeling about each one. And you just get stuck in this thinking about it and how do I feel about it? And then maybe researching a little more and how do I feel about that? And maybe there's another nutrition plan out there that could be a little bit better for me. And it can become this cycle of thinking and thinking and thinking. And then it leads to procrastination and to basically never pulling the trigger, never moving into that doing center. Now, a third piece that could be holding you back as an Enneagram 5 is your desire to not be a burden on anyone else. And so, if other people in your family are not pursuing health goals or are not wanting to cook healthy meals or go for a walk after dinner, you may feel like by asking for that it would be a burden to the people around you. And so you don't necessarily always want to ask for what you really want and need if it's going to put a burden on someone else, or if you would have to rely on them to make the nutrition, to do the macronutrients, the way that you want them done. I could see this being something that would be hard for a 5 to just speak up and say, I need your help to plan these meals, or I need your help with helping me get more steps in. That can be hard for a 5. Okay, so here's what we can do. I want you to think about setting a time constraint, a time limit on how much research you do about your health goals or about your nutrition plans or about the home gym that you want to build. I want you to put a deadline on this research project so that at the end of 24 hours or maybe a week, you say, I'm going to make the decision and I'm going to take action. So, really putting a limit on how much time you allow yourself to stay in that research thinking mode and really tell yourself at the end of this time frame, I am going to take action. Now, I also think for a five that a tracking app can be really beneficial because it's very data driven and you get to kind of enter in the statistics and the numbers. And so, as much fun as you could have with maybe a, a scale that measures, your body mass and your water mass and your bone mass. I mean, they have so many interesting health tools out there that give you a ton of data. They also have really simple tracking apps that just allow you to say, I drank my water today, I took my steps. And I think for an analytical person like a five, that can be very motivating. Now, if the problem for you is more around needing more time alone, like not wanting to go to a gym that's really crowded or not wanting to, have to spend a ton of time at the grocery store in the produce aisle, whatever it is for you. If the idea is I'm just don't have the energy and I need to be by myself, because remember, a five needs to have alone time and recharge time every single day, then I would suggest stacking this habit with your alone time. So, for example, invest in a home gym and go ahead and use your alone time, but you're still getting a workout. Or go for a walk and just have it be part of the routine that you do go for the walk on your own. You can still have your alone time to recharge and be moving towards those health goals. Now, finally, I'm going to give more tips when we meet for the masterclass at the end of the month. And so I would love to have you register. The registration link is in the show notes, but I'd love to have you come to our masterclass at the end of the month about wellness, weight loss, and the Enneagram. And there, I'm going to give you even more strategies and tools to accomplish all of your health goals. Hey, I just started this podcast and I am loving every minute of it. Would you do me a favor and follow along and also rate the show? I would appreciate that so much so that we can help spread more Enneagram wisdom to the rest of the world.